I'll go with Jack.
Okay, yeah.
But what's your performer name?
JaqOnDaYak.
JaqOnDaYak.
Yeah,
so
that's the brand.
what was that inspired by?
By me drinking a bunch of Hennessy, pretty much. I was drinking Hennessy like actively, and I got known for just carrying around Hennessy bottles.
Hennessy, is that like a type of brandy? I don't even know.
It's a cognac.
Cognac. Okay,
Which
that's
is
JaqOnDaYak.
Yeah. Cognac.
Okay, cognac. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Well, we're drinking some Irish whiskey. Let's do a shot to get started. Hey, thanks for coming on the Breaking Hyman podcast, Jack.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. But so how long have you been doing music, Jack?
I've been active inside of Lubbock's local scene since 2017 or 18.
Oh, damn. So a minute.
Yeah.
A minute.
Back then I went by Gold Band Luck though, because I was in a group called Gold Band Gang.
Okay. Was that what kind of music were y'all doing then?
You've actually had some of the former members on here too. We were doing hip hop, but I was.
Oh shit! Who was part of that group?
Young Wab.
Oh shit! I love that dude.
Loop was a part of it. K Sweets.
Okay, I know them. Yeah. Nice. All solid guys. So you still friends with those guys? Y'all still hang out?
Yeah, still family. Like we're all still very close.
Cool. But you're all kind of just doing your own thing now.
Yeah.
Nice. Do y'all ever collaborate anymore on stuff?
Yeah, me and Wap got a tape on the way, so.
I'll have to check that out. I've been listening to the album a lot, dude.
Man, thank you so much.
I Am Me, You Know. Is that what's the inspiration for that?
I was kind of going through a moment through like some viral moments that I had with platforms here in the city and stuff.
Okay.
Where like it was like people were kind of divided on whether they wanted to fuck with me or not.
Oh, okay.
So it was me letting them know like y'all can say what y'all want about me. Mm-hmm. All y'all want, y'all can say and act like y'all know who I am, but I know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's pretty much, I just came up with that.
So is the theme, it seemed like listening to it lyrically, I mean, I love the music too, but a lot of your lyrics, it's about identity and who you are as a person and how you want to come across to people.
Most definitely. Yeah.
What do you want people to know about you, I guess, that's the core question. Because this is called Breaking Hyman. I'm trying to break people and stuff, break out, new performers and stuff, and as much as I can. So what you want people to know about you?
One thing that it also represented a lot is like hurt people. But as far as me, like I just want people to know like I'm a human. I'm not bigger than anything. Like just because I'm a public figure or an artist, and all the kids definitely like I'm a human just like y'all. I go through real life problems and I got real life feelings and stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm never bigger than life.
Yeah. So you from Lubbock?
Yeah, I'm from born and raised.
Born and raised. Man.
Born and raised. Yeah.
So where'd you go to school, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to school right here at Smiley Wilson.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Atkins a little bit, so Monterey district.
Shit. When were you at Atkins?
I was at Atkins, I want to say 2000, and my graduating class was 2015. So
okay.
I was there in like the 2010s or somewhere.
Shit, okay. I was a student teacher at Atkins, so that's when my education.
Crazy.
Yeah, 2009. So it might have been a little bit before you were there.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah,
I was in 2009.
Yeah, okay. That's crazy. Yeah, that is pretty funny. If I was like your teacher, you probably didn't look the same back then.
You know how them kids were then. Those kids at Atkins were freaking out.
Oh, they were wild, man. We had kids in the STAR program and the jumpsuits. You were in STAR program?
Yeah, I was always in trouble. Like I was like always in ISS or always in STAR, or I didn't go to school. So.
Okay, what were you in trouble for back then?
Really, it was like just being peer pressure is a bitch when you're a kid.
Sure.
In that neighborhood and that side of town, like
it's a rough neighborhood.
Yeah, you're very peer pressured into gang violence or drugs and fighting and all that type of stuff.
That seems typical. A lot of the kids would like come out of the bathroom smelling like weed and stuff. And I'd never even smoked weed at that point in my life as an adult. I mean, I do all the time now.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. Kids going through basically adult shit.
Yeah.
Understandable you were getting in trouble.
Yeah, pregnant women and all that are like 13-year-old pregnant families in there and shit.
Do you have any kids, man?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
Oh, damn. How old?
She's gonna be 5 this year.
Shit, that's awesome, though.
This month, actually.
Wow.
This month,
Awesome. Are you still with the mom?
No, we kind of.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
But dude, so are you wanting to get out of Lubbock to do music, or are you just kind of trying to focus on doing music right here?
Right now, I'm like focused on like making my like public appearance to the city and like making sure like I leave on good terms because I do plan on heading out on the road and staying on the road for a couple of years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you done much touring yet outside Lubbock?
I've been testing waters and getting myself used to it. So I went to Houston with my team, RT Dub, which is Shout out to RT Dub. I've been to Phoenix just recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got on like long trips to make sure like I know what I'm doing as far as that goes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, I get comfortable with it.
How do those audiences like you?
Oh, they love me. When I pop up in other cities, like, people like just are like amazed.
Yeah.
That you never
Well,
seen.
the look is very like
Unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, you look like a performer. There's no doubt that you're some kind of artist.
Yeah, most definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't wear it on my sleeve quite as much. I'm like, yeah, this guy looks like a comedian. He looks funny.
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, he looks like a SoundCloud rapper coming in here.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, it's,
No.
But so, who are your influences musically? Because I hear a lot of different stuff. So much different music.
I wouldn't even know where to begin at.
Who are some of your favorites?
My favorites, Tupac.
Okay.
I like Tupac.
Old school, yeah.
50 Cent was like one of the people that got me into music or wanted to be a rapper. Like
Nice.
I wanted to be like 50 Cent when I was a kid. As far as rock goes and stuff, I don't know. Like my parents listen to a lot of like stuff like Counting Crows,
Dude,
and like stuff like that. You know what I mean? My mom put me on to Elton John. I got so many like different type of music that I listen to. Amy Winehouse. I like Amy Winehouse.
Oh,
She's one of my goats.
She's the best artist.
One of my best. Yeah, one of the goats. So I got a lot of influences.
That's crazy you mentioned Counting Crows, because that is like one of the first CDs I ever had when I was 12, the August and Everything After album.
Yeah, that's a great album.
Round here.
Round here. Yeah,
I love that shit, man.
Yeah, that's my
I'll
dad's
do
shit.
that. I'll do that at a karaoke sometimes.
Yeah, shout out my dad on that one.
Yeah, man.
That's the reason I got dreads, is because I wanted to look like Adam Durant.
Adam Duritz, man. He doesn't even have him anymore.
Yeah, I'm the old Adam Durant.
Dude, I love that guy, man.
Yeah.
So who's Elton John, man? So Elton John has influenced so many. Like he influenced Guns N' Roses, man.
Most definitely, he's a pioneer. He's a goat.
So do you like the ballads? Do you like the more poppy stuff? What do you like from him?
I like the ballads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like overall his whole like musical catalog. It's pretty amazing.
Celebrate the man's entire catalog.
And he got the song with Tupac.
Yeah. Oh shit. Which one?
It's called Ghetto Gospel.
Wow. I did not know they collaborated.
Yeah, it was on Tupac's what is it called? Like your album After You Die.
Posthumous.
Yeah, but Elton John was an actual like collaborator on it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Elton's collaborated with a lot of artists. That's so cool. I'll have to check that out later.
Most definitely.
But he's one. I'll do some Elton at karaoke too. That's about the extent of my music.
Yeah.
Like I started as a musician, but yeah. So do you play any instruments, or are you making beats? How are you making music? Interested in your process.
I used to play violin. Like I was in an orchestra.
Nice.
And then when I went to like a different school, I got into band. So I was one of the few kids that got to do orchestra and band in two separate schools and whatnot.
Okay.
But I could read sheet music and all that, but I don't make beats necessarily.
Oh, okay.
I do mixing and engineering.
Okay.
So like I am a producer.
Okay.
I just don't really make beats a lot.
Okay, so you're collaborating with people that are making beats and stuff like that.
But I engineer all the IME, like all the engineering, that was on me. Like I mixed and mastered
it sounds good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, I mixed it up pretty much all. So
I was curious, is it Popstar that opens with the ukulele? It kind of sounds like a ukulele.
Yeah,
Is it a ukulele?
I think
or just
it is
a high strung guitar?
I think it is. It's a ukulele for sure.
So where are you sourcing those sounds from?
Really, it was like I wanted that song to have a ukulele. I wanted it to have like an Islander type.
Yeah, it
vibe
definitely
to it,
has that.
a Caribbean type twist to it. So
yeah,
I think I went into it looking for the producer that was like fucking around with ukuleles and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. I like that one. I mean,
It's poppy.
Do you have like a lead single from the album?
I think off that one, what does everybody like off that one?
I mean, I like the whole thing.
I think Nightmare was one of them.
Okay, yeah.
But Two More is like the song that like is my highlight of it pretty much. Two More is one of my favorite songs off of it.
Okay, yeah.
And it has a deep message that's like means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So there's one song in particular. You're talking about suicide. There's like you use a lot of like sound clips and stuff. That opens with a sound clip.
Yeah.
But then you also have the one about Robin Williams.
Stuff. And he's on two of the tracks, but
yeah,
reference on two of them.
Nice. Yeah. What was the inspiration with that? Is that just your own kind of depression or stuff like that, or other people's? I don't mean to get into like too personal stuff.
I love to do this because like I know that there's people out there that relate and need to hear stories like mine. So. But Robin Williams, I feel like I relate to him on so many aspects because I'm like Jackie with a smile. You know what I mean? Like no matter when you see me, like I'm always in good mood. Like I'm always like gonna be uplifting to people and funny or whatever, outgoing. But when I'm like behind closed doors, like I go through a lot,
Sure.
and I deal with mental health issues, and like it runs through my family and shit. So I'm always smiling, but you'll never expect what I really go through. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And Robin Williams was the same way, bro. He was so funny. He had all the stand up and all the great movies he did.
Yeah.
And then he had to be the one to just go and like, unfortunately, be the one to end his own life, which is crazy.
Yeah, and it's nuts because with that one, he not only I don't know how much depression the guy had, but like Lewy body dementia, which my stepdad had. It just he didn't want to see that degrade his.
Yeah.
But mental health, fuck, dude.
And I loved Aladdin, bro. I loved Aladdin. So
Aladdin.
Bro,
God damn Aladdin.
Yeah, he was the genie, bro. I don't know.
The 80s and 90s, he made that shit. And as a stand-up, I love his stand-up too.
Definitely.
But he was so good. So what other artists are you into right now? What are you digging right now?
I've been listening to a lot of things, but I listen to like Tizo Touchdown is a person I love to listen to.
Okay.
I'll be listening to like a lot of post-punk underground scene shit, like Thanks So Much and stuff like that. And then I always listen to classics. Like that's what I just stay on classics, like my Tupac or Kendrick Lamar. I like Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah. It's funny to me that Kendrick is considered classic because I still think of him.
Oh,
as
he's
like
not a classic. He's not. Yeah, he's definitely new school, but like he's a GOAT, like a person that like I'm always gonna hold highly to hip hop.
Yeah.
But I try to just mix it up. I don't get a lot of time to listen to mainstream music or what's really going on unless it makes that big of an impact, like Playboy Cardi or something. But like for the most part, I listen to everything that the culture is moving with, like as far as the kids too, like hip hop and post punk and all that.
Yeah, it's hard to keep. There's too much music to keep up with. Like I'm 42, so when I was growing up, there was like MTV. You watched shit on MTV.
Yeah, they plugged it to the source.
Or the radio, whatever. You didn't have streaming services. You didn't have there was indie rock. Like I love stuff from the late 90s, early 2000s, like Death Cab for Cutie, Bright Eyes, stuff like that.
That's like the equivalent of underground, right?
Yeah, it kind of. It was like indie rock, but indie rock became. You didn't need a studio or MTV. You didn't need a
DIY,
record company.
DIY type shit. Yeah,
DIY or die is what my friend Derek says. But,
and nowadays that's like the only motive you gotta think to make it. Like it got to be DIY a lot of it because if not, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, no, for sure. So do you dabble in any other art forms? Are you doing like video, like sketch or comedy or anything? Because I know a lot of rappers are like Lil Dicky and stuff like that, do that kind of shit.
I don't know. Comedians are brave. Y'all are brave as hell.
And
y'all got thick skin. Like, I don't know. There be times where like, I don't see like, I don't know. The jokes could just go far and I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we go far.
I can be funny. I just don't know. It takes a lot to be on stage and just like.
Yeah.
Whether you're confident about all of it?
Sure, I got you. Yeah, music is a different beast because I got a little foot in both. I started out in bands in high school and college and stuff, and I do a little bit of that now. I do like the open jam at O-Bar, but comedy is so much more fun because you get to fuck with people.
That looks like it's your lane. You know what I mean? Like,
that'd
be more
fun.
of your lane.
It's fun, dude. I appreciate you coming out to the show last week. That was a lot of fun.
Most definitely. I'm always gonna be there, man. If it's what the culture's doing, then I'm there. But I do painting and stuff. Like,
really? You
paint a little bit. Like I'm trying to get good so I can like show everybody.
Yeah.
Like really feel proud of it. But I'm looking at that. I want to do fashion soon.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna like design women's clothing and like.
Really?
I really want to do women's clothing mainly, but yeah.
Okay. So I did notice a theme. I didn't count the word bitch on the album, but you say are a lot of the songs about your relationships?
Yeah, I was going through a bad relationship at that moment because everybody in the city that knows my lore knows kind of the story, but I was with this girl. We got into a disagreement. We broke up. She went to the 806er, leaked a bunch of nonsense, and I went viral off of it because I like capitalized on the moment and went on an interview with Prev right afterwards.
Yeah.
And then like that's when like the whole I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star, baby. I said I'm a rock star, baby, and that shit went viral that it was like, bro, I gotta have a rock album that follows this. And what was a better name than to say I Am Me, because like there wasn't nothing that any of those people on the comment boards could tell me that I knew I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I Am Me, is your rock album.
It's not really, I would say it's like
alternative
to the max because there's all kinds of subgenre blending type.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a lot of genres blended together in there.
Well, there's one track that really reminded me of The Cure. I messaged you that.
By Times 3.
Dude, I love the Cure.
Not by times 3. What is it? It was Lie times 5. Whatever.
Yeah. Lie times 5.
Lie times 5. Yeah, I'm thinking of Hennessy next. Yeah, Lie times 5. And I went and looked at that after you told me that, and I was like, dude, this shit is hard as hell, bro.
Yeah, dude, the Cure rules.
Dude, I asked my mom, and she was like, they're in the 90s. I was like, oh, they're not 80s, man?
They go from late 70s up through I mean, they're still together. But late 70s and 80s but they've got shit from the 90s too, yeah.
They are definitely pioneers of what the post-punk and shit is going on right now.
Yeah.
Like, because it sounds like the melodics and all that shit sound like what we're all doing.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. It's interesting to me because, like, when I've only kind of listened to a lot of like hip hop and stuff more recently. I didn't listen to it much when I was growing up because as a guitar player, I'm like, I want to listen to rock music. I don't want to listen to stuff that doesn't have guitar. But I really like how a lot of hip hop and rap artists use those rock influences and stuff. Yeah, it's awesome, man.
And not only that, I just wanted to make sure like to show people that I'm an artist. I'm not. I don't like the rapper label. Like, that's one thing. It's cool and all. Like, don't get me wrong, but I felt like my art was like a lot more complex.
Yeah, I mean, what you're doing, I wouldn't even describe as rap. I mean, it's definitely. I don't even know what.
It's like the rockers don't say I'm rocking out, and the rappers say I'm not rapping out. They say rappers think I'm a rocker, and the rockers think I'm a rapper. So it's like I don't really know.
So when you perform live, or do you have like a DJ with you? Do you have backing tracks? I mean, I know it's expensive to take a band on the road.
No, most definitely. It depends on like the amount of people that I feel like is going to be in there, and the type of audience it is. Mm-hmm. If I feel like it's like a small, like a little venue, I could do like a little bar or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to do something with no backtracks probably, and I'm going to do something that's like probably more like storytelling type stuff, you know what I mean? Because I got all kinds of music, so like that's one catalog I could go into. Okay. But if it's like the younger people, they don't care about backtracks and stuff. No. They just want you to rock the fuck out, and they just want to like jump. So I know how to please them too.
Yeah. So you're doing a couple things. Have you thought about trying to play with a live band at some point?
That is what I really really want to do. Like I'm trying to find a bass player and the guitars because I know a drummer. I got a drummer.
Okay. Cool.
But like I'm in the process of like hopefully by 2026 we'll have a band maybe.
Hell yeah,
like, and I won't just be JaqOnDaYak. I'll be JaqOnDaYak from whatever, you know. I want to be in a band though.
Yeah, dude.
Most definitely.
Oh, come check out. Like I play at the open jam at the the O Bar on 34th Street. We start about 10. I'll be there tonight, man.
Oh shit.
So my friend Angel freestyle raps. So he'll like have the band lay something down, and he'll just have people write subjects down on a paper, and he'll just rap over it.
Yeah, I love that.
And I'll play some of my originals. I have songs about like tits and fucking gross shit.
And that's the one right there on 34th.
Yeah, 34th Street.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Yeah. Sunday night open jam. Yeah, they go to 10:30 till close.
Hell yeah, man.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah, you can come out and check it out.
Most definitely. Yeah, I like to pop out at things like that. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's starting to realize that about me. It's like, yeah, he's gonna pop out at these motherfuckers. Like, yeah.
There's a lot of really talented people. There's this dude Dalton that plays like Sublime songs and shit on ukulele.
On the ukulele.
Yeah, dude, he's badass.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
There's a lot. The music community in Lubbock is very active. I mean, there's not a lot of people like putting on big shows, but there's a lot of small stuff happening. Yeah.
And everything I've done big that I've done in the past year or so has been out of town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even get good shows in my own city, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lubbock doesn't like if they only show up if shit is free and it's conveniently located. Yeah. If you have to pay money or if it's anywhere like on the outskirts of town or hard to find, they say fuck that. Look, they'll come out for some stuff.
I did the Zero show. That was a big show.
What's that one?
Zero is an artist from Houston. He's like he's a legendary and as far as like Texas rap culture goes.
Really?
He is like Tupac of Texas rap culture.
Oh shit, I'm not familiar.
But Zero, when I did the Zero show here in Lubbock, it was a turnout.
Where was that at?
Where was it? Club Pink or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it was at Club Pink on the north side. But
so, where are you performing regularly around town, or are you just kind of popping in wherever you can?
I've been on the road a lot when I perform. Here in Lubbock, until last night, or until the other night when I performed for JP. I really haven't done no shows here in Lubbock.
Shit, you were on the JP show. Man, I hate that I missed that. It was awesome. Some friends that were in a play. I went and watched a play that night.
It was awesome, dude.
Dude, I'm glad you got to pop in on that.
And I got to perform at the end of the night, and I had total crowd control. Like I was like, there was a good amount of people watching, and I controlled them. And like they definitely seen the vision. So
yeah, nice. And I heard like one of my friends is like, dude, all the Mexicans came out for JP.
I'm not playing. When he packed that thing up full of Mexicans and they were all complaining about why it's so hot, it's because y'all all breathe so hard.
Yeah, shit. It's
y'all are hefty. Y'all
yeah, no
hefty.
kidding. Oh yeah,
Bunch
no
of hefty
kidding.
Mexicans.
So what is your ethnic background?
I'm Caucasian. Pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sicilian. I got Sicilian.
Sicilian, man. You should talk to my friend Russell. He's got some Italian in him.
Yeah.
But he's like, Sicilians aren't real Italians. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bro, why did they say that? No.
I don't. I think it's because Sicilians are the mafia. Well, who cares? Mafia is cool.
This is how Sicily works. Back in the days, there was a African group of there was a war group called what was it called? The Moors.
Yeah, the Moors.
The Moors crossed over and conquered Sicily for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And during that whole process, they mated with all the girls there and whatsoever.
I've seen the movie True Romance. I've heard the speech.
No, if y'all watch, go watch True Romance. I don't want to get into too much of it, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically the way Italian people look at Sicilians. They look at us like racist white Americans would look at a black person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I love Italians though. I love Italian women. They're beautiful.
Whew, yeah. Oh, women. Period. Dude.
Women, yeah.
Women on their period. Women. Period.
Either or, man. Like, come on. But yeah, bro. Sicilian is one of the roots that my family really taps in with.
That's cool, man. So, what right now are the tracks that are about women? Are they different women, or is it all the same woman?
On I Am Me, they're all the same woman.
Really?
Which is hurt people.
Yeah, they do.
And that was my way of hurting her for sure.
Yeah, I had one of those. There's a woman that she met me at a comedy show. We dated for a little while, and now she hates me because it's like. You can't break an artist's heart. He's gonna talk about you. He's gonna incorporate it into his art.
Yeah. You're gonna only make it like better for me. Like
exactly. I got and I texted her the other night, and I'm like, and she just came at me with the most hateful bullshit you can imagine.
Because you love me, like
it's exactly
you gotta have some type of love to be hatefully passionate about it.
Exactly. But I ain't trying to deal with crazy anymore.
Nah, yeah, that's a big red flag.
Yeah, dude. I was asking one of my friends the other day. I was like, "What are weird flags?" And they're like, "Weird flags are red flags. If the flag is weird,
yeah, they're bigger red flags."
Oh man. So what kind of women are you fucking with around Lubbock? Are they girls that you meet at shows? Are you like how are you meeting chicks? I'm curious how these younger guys are meeting women.
I'm trying to stay away from because I'm 28, so like
okay, so you're not a baby.
I'm not a baby, but like the girls I've been dealing with a lot lately have been younger, like and they're like early 20s and shit.
Yeah.
And like that is like I'm figuring out like a moment where they're kind of like defying everything, like rebel causes or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like I'm trying to stay away from them unless they're like in school maybe or like nurses and shit.
Yeah, nurses. Nurses have a reputation,
If you're a nurse, come on, like hit me up. I'm down for the date.
But they have the similar schedule as you, probably working at night.
And they don't have time to be out there being like ratchets. Like, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I mean they could. But I would hope not. But
okay.
But like the younger girls I'm trying to stay away from. I'm trying to find somebody like my age or like trying to stay within my age range without finding a girl that's like got a whole family and stuff too.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, having like 3, 4, 5 kids.
Yeah, I'm not ready for all that. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so my age, man, being 42, if they've got a couple kids, the kids might be older. So I'm like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
So if I want to date somebody like your age, they're gonna have younger kids.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
they're raising them.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The difference between dabbing them up and like actually having to make food for them and like all that shit. Take them to school.
Yeah. Okay. So what you said making them food? Do you cook, man?
No, I usually have girls that cook for me.
Oh yeah, I need one of those. I cook for them, man. I'm an amazing cook.
That's a good trait to have. Like if you're trying to like definitely like impress women, like they love a man that knows how to cook.
Yeah, I just need like a real dining room in my house. I have a kitchen. I don't really have a dining room. I've got like the tiniest little place, but
I appreciate the art though. Like I love to eat really good, like
oh hell yeah, dude,
like top dollar food, like you know what I mean, like high quality foods. Like, I'm into that shit.
Dude, what's your favorite? Do you like Asian? Do you like Mexican? Do you like what?
Italian.
Oh, I should have known.
Yeah.
What places do you like here? I mean, Italian Garden rules.
Yeah, Italian Garden, and then when they used to have like, I used to go every year for my birthday, and my parents would take me to Johnny Carino's and stuff. But
R.I.P. Johnny.
We don't have Carino's no more. So.
I know, it's so funny. There's in Las Cruces. There's some friends I have in Las Cruces, New Mexico. They do a comedy show at the Johnny Carino's in Las Cruces.
Shout out to that.
I'll be like, I'm eating my chicken scallopini. I'm like, what the fuck did that guy say?
Yeah.
Did you just say queef?
So I have good memories with them, and
Hell yeah,
I miss the stuffed mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, man.
Fire.
Figure out how to make those or something.
Those are so fire.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
So fire.
Dude, so what when you're hanging out with your boys, when you're hanging out with Tyler and Wap and Casey,
or RT Dub,
yeah. What do you guys like to do? You crash out with those dudes?
Really like everybody that I'm mainly around, like on the as far as my team goes, like they're just all a lot of calm people that don't really do much but create. Cool. So when we're all together, it's like we're talking about like what we're about to create or what we're about to do, or
that's
like
healthy.
Usually it's like a show coming up because when I'm here in Lubbock, like I stay to myself really.
Oh really? Okay.
Like Wap and all them I see them when we pop out and I do see them. It's like we're linked up like that.
Yeah.
But it's like there's not a lot of times where I link up with them on the regular. Like here in Lubbock, I just kind of learned to like move by myself because I don't really fit in to the extent to where like I feel comfortable enough to be like that.
Right.
But Amarillo's a different story. I got RT up there, and that's like my family. So.
Oh, nice. I like Amarillo. So are you doing any shows up there?
I'm doing a lot of shows up there because where's the Yellow Atomic? There's all kinds of places I've performed up there, but I'm tapped in with them because of my management and my team.
Okay,
they're all out of Amarillo.
They're based in Amarillo.
Yeah.
See, Amarillo is cool because they have a very cool a supportive art community.
They do. And I'm trying to impact both of them. Like, that's what I was saying the other day on my story. I was like, y'all can like claim y'all are King of 806 and just be in Lubbock doing what y'all are doing. But like, unless you're a person like me that's tapped into both communities, like Lubbock and Amarillo, you can't be King of 806 culture. You can't be nothing because you got to remind yourself that there's a North 806 and a South 806. They're 806 too. So I'm tapped in with the whole 806. And I got a lot of support in Amarillo. I love them.
Yeah, we got some good comics up there too. I've done a couple shows up there with those guys, but yeah, it's hard when you have I work a straight job.
No, most definitely. It's hard for me to go down there, but when I do go down there, I get love. So
yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I need to hit them up again. But so what do you have planned for this summer? Are you doing any festivals or anything like that?
Yeah, we got I got a couple shows out of town coming up. Shout out to Spirit Television. He's a videographer here in Lubbock. Cool. He's tapping us in with OKC and Lubbock. He's like mixing in our cultures and our underground scenes as far as hip hop goes. Yeah. So I'm about to go do a show in OKC here in August. Hopefully I'm gonna go back to Phoenix and do some stuff. Shout out to all my people in Phoenix that I got. They want to get me booked and scheduled on some stuff this summer.
Hell yeah.
I told them that's crazy though because it's 120 freaking degrees.
It is. My brother used to live in Phoenix and it is stupid hot.
He was like, it's been 120 for 3 weeks straight, Jack, but you'll be all right. We don't go outside.
Yeah, don't go. Yeah, we just don't go outside.
Yeah, AC all year.
Oh man,
I love Phoenix though. Shout out to everybody in Phoenix that fucks with me.
I need to check that place out. It's funny that my brother lived there for 3 years and I never went there to see. It was back when I was married, so I didn't.
Yeah, they got a good scene.
Okay, cool.
It's dope over there. It's dope.
I'll have to check it out. So, if you were to relocate, like say, some record company or somebody, where would you want to be based out of, or would you try and stay in Lubbock?
Anywhere but Los Angeles.
Oh, really? Why not LA?
I love LA. Don't get me wrong. It's just like there's a lot of very evil, corrupt things that take place there. Yeah, and it is like it is a good cultural place and it's an iconic place. Yeah. At the same time, it's like where anything y'all see as far as the dark Hollywood goes and like all the fucking what's it called? Conspiracy theories we got about. All that shit lives and breathes there at its finest.
Tom Hanks drinking adrenochrome for babies.
like who knows if that's like, but bro, it's somewhere close to that. I know for a fact because I've been around people that have been in the industry that were higher ups and shit, and it was already getting weird.
Really?
And it wasn't even that deep into it yet.
Yeah.
So like I know it gets on some weird shit for sure.
Yeah.
And
like
LA's
Diddy shit.
Like Diddy shit, yeah. And Diddy loved LA. That's where he threw his parties.
Oh damn. That's scary.
Yeah.
I'm always curious if there's that kind of element in comedy. Cause like is Joe Rogan like fucking dudes?
I don't think Joe Rogan. Maybe not. I hope not Joe Rogan, but like I know it's in there because of like
Bill Cosby.
Because of Dave Chappelle, like Dave Chappelle when he had that Comedy Central deal, and he decided to up and go off to Africa and bind himself instead of taking that proposal.
I've read about that.
That was for a reason, bro. It wasn't just because he wasn't. There was many people that just needed Dave Chappelle. Like, everybody loved him, bro. They wanted him. He wanted to do it too, but he knew what that came with.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why there was never a season 3 of Chappelle's Show.
And that's why there's Key and Peele.
Yeah, exactly. Just who knows this? You know this shit too. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy to me how like Chappelle like doesn't like Key and Peele. He's like, they stole my idea. It's like, yeah, they were black dudes that did sketch comedy. That's not like the biggest leap.
They just took your slot and they took your spot.
Yeah, I mean,
inside of the whole fucking Comedy Central.
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, they're great too. I mean,
I love them too.
And then fucking Jordan Peele's directing some of the craziest movies right now. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next.
Pops up and they both pop up in all kinds of shit. Like, there'll be movies from like fucking years and years ago that I didn't even remember that they're in. I'm like, they're in this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, they're crazy.
So what kind of are you a fan of movies too? Is that influence?
I'm into some certain movies, I guess. Yeah. They have to be really like I guess Stanley Kubrick type movies.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I like Stanley Kubrick. I like Space Odyssey and like
that's
Clockwork Orange or
Clockwork Orange rules, man.
Shit like that, yeah. I like those type of movies.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. You know that shit. So so I host movie parties and shit at Alamo Drafthouse. So last night we showed Midsommar.
Dude, I gotta go to one of those.
Yeah. I'll let you know the next time we do one.
So y'all do old movies and
old movies and new movies. Like I did Jaws on Memorial Day. I hosted a screening of Jaws. So
Jaws is a classic.
Yeah, it is, dude. The scene where that little kid, the Kittrick kid, gets eaten and it's just like the shark and blood and water. Bro. It's so disturbing.
Yeah, back then people were scared of that movie, bro.
It was so scary, man. It was. I mean, I like asked my mom if she wanted to come with me because that came out when she was like in high school or something, and she's like, I don't think so. I don't think I want to get in a swimming pool if I watch that. I'm like, there's not a shark in the pool, Mom. But
that's how innocent America was back then.
It was, dude. Nobody'd seen that kind of. I mean, they'd seen like Alfred Hitchcock, like, but like a shark killing people is a whole different thing. You're messing with people on vacation,
ripping them apart. Like,
God, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, have you seen anything recently? Have you go out to the movies much?
No, I really want to go see Lilo and Stitch because
shit.
I went and seen it in theaters when it came out as a kid.
The original one.
As a kid, I want to say in first grade or kindergarten, somewhere around there. And I want to go see that movie, even though it's childish or whatever. It's a kid movie. Right. I just want to see it. If they do it right, they better do it right. Yeah, take my daughter, exactly. But I want to make sure they do it right, because if not, I'm coming at y'all's neck.
Yeah. It's like, look out, Disney.
I was there on the first one, and it was a moment. So it better be a moment again.
Yeah, some of those live action remakes I haven't really fucked with that hard.
I'm having a feeling it might ruin it, or it might just like give me a nostalgic vibe to where I need. That's what I really need.
Yeah. Do you fuck with horror at all? You mentioned like Clockwork Orange. That's kind of horror, but not.
It's kind of that. It's like a introspective horror or some shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a horrific idea.
Yeah, I like horror movies. I couldn't think of one off the rip that I would say was like my favorite, but I fuck with them.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Yeah.
So what else do you want people to know right now? I mean, I'm not wrapping this up, but like what do you want people to know about you and your art and
I want people to know that like I'm not a selfish person as far as like this culture shit goes. Like as far as like that whole movement, I'm trying to inspire artists like not only the younger artists, but artists that are my age and that have always been in competition with each other, thinking that we got to be at each other's neck. Like I really want to like make this a time of unity. Like we need unity inside of culture, and because we have such great artists, bro. I wish I could say like I was in the top 5s or the top 10s because I know so many great artists here. And not just in music, but in everything, like that we need to all embrace each other and quit like thinking that it's like one side or the other, So I'm really trying to be a front running person to bring unity, not only in Lubbock but Amarillo too.
Yeah.
But like I just want y'all to work with each other. Don't be scared to collab. Or don't be scared to comment on bro's post and say, "Hey, this is hard." Share it, because like if they do it back towards you and we all start being on the same page, we're all gonna grow as a community, man. We're gonna be able to show the world that Lubbock is like a stamp of art itself.
I agree with that. And I was talking to some of my friends earlier about, because like Austin is blown up with like stand up. Like Austin was a music city, with Willie Nelson.
They are because of the freaking Kill Tony shit going on.
Yeah, very much so. But it was very much a cool comedy community prior to that. And honestly, in my opinion, and a lot of guys like, Rogan and Kill Tony kind of came in and sort of ruined it in a way.
Made it marketable.
Shitty,
marketing it too much.
Because I signed up for Kill Tony on New Year's Eve this last year. Me and my friend Angel went out there, and man, the people that they're just kind of disgusting human beings. Like
I kind of catch that vibe when I listen to
they're
it.
Dickheads, man. They
like,
suck. But yeah, I try. So I've been in Lubbock comedy for almost 3 years now, and I've tried to foster a very like positive, encouraging kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if people want to come out, there was this bitch that was on the 806er a while back. That's how I got on there, because she was kind of similar to you. It wasn't a girl I dated or anything. She was just a girl trying to do comedy that was crazy, and I'm like, hey, fucking get the fuck out. And, you know, you're messing with our community here, being real negative and shit.
Yeah, you don't want none of that. Like,
so she went on and talked shit about me and I didn't even watch the whole interview. I honestly don't care. But and then Prev reached out to me and he's like, hey, you want to come on? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I'll talk about Lubbock comedy.
Yeah.
But
that's why you were talking to Prev then.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool
but
shit. Shout out, Prev.
Yeah, shout out 806er. But man, I'm with the same way. We don't have to be in competition with each other. We can all get on the same shows. Yeah, there are people that'll get their feelings hurt. They're like, oh, I wasn't on this show. Well, you'll get on the next one, man, and just be chill with everybody, support everybody, because we got a lot of comics that won't come out to
the comedy
shows.
scene's killing it. Like, there's a lot of hilarious people out there, bro. I've been laughing the past few weekends and stuff.
Hey, to fucking 806 Art, dude.
Yeah,
Art
man.
in the Amarillo and Lubbock.
And shout out to the podcasters and comedians, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, that burns a little bit. I know. I like that Irish whiskey though. So, man,
are you Irish? You're Irish?
No. I just like whiskey. So my last name. So the podcast is called Breaking Hyman. Hyman is a Jewish last name.
You're Jewish. You're a Jew.
My dick is.
Good. Yeah, you're a Jew, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I was talking to this girl the other night, this actress that I met over at Schooners, and she had like a Star David, and I was asking her about, so she's like, I was raised secular, but I got into, Judaism. I don't know anything about like if my family's Jewish or whatever. I got the last name. It comes from my dad's side.
So it's Jewish or
it is. Origins. Well, and I mean, even there's like Hyman Roth from The Godfather. The guy from Godfather Part 2. And Hyman, everybody I've met that with the same last name as me, for the most part, is Jewish. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, but and I milk that too, because it's like
you're a comedian,
entertainment,
bro.
Jews.
Comedians that are Jews, like they eat.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. It's funny.
They always end up legends.
Yeah. Well, hey, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
But fuck. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I took that shot. And I lost my train of thought. So how important is like family identity to you? Because you talked about Sicilian, but I mean, the focus of your album that I listened to was a lot of just you and your experiences and your feelings.
It was a lot about me, like taking a deeper look at myself and explaining it to people. But like as far as family life goes, I haven't came from the most perfect family.
Sure.
And I've had it like it was really a rough environment a lot of the times growing up and stuff like that. But I love my mom, I love my dad.
Sure.
They always tried their hardest in any situation I fell into. They always got me back out of it. But I want to like represent all the broken families, the families that are dealing with issues they feel like people can't relate to and shit like that. Like those are the ones that like I really relate to the most, because I don't know how to be a perfect family, and I guess neither does my family. No family does.
Nah.
But not even to the extent of where like you could functionally move through society, right? Like it was like that broken of a home, and like homes like that, like I want to hope that I can repair one day, or like try to like repair the hearts of the people that are in it. You know what I mean? That deal with trauma from it and stuff. So
yeah,
like as far as family message goes, it's like always stick to your family unless they don't show you your worth. They don't appreciate you for who you are. Then family is who you make it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, there's both the families that we're born into and the families that we make, and I've got both. I'm lucky to have both, because I came, like my parents were married for almost 30 years when my dad died. And, my brother, I'm the only divorced person in my immediate family. My brother, he's married to his wife. Yeah.
Shame you.
Yeah. No one shamed me. Not really. Yeah. But it's I shame myself, dude. I feel like I failed.
What caused your marriage to go toward the?
A lot of things. I mean, if you go back, we got married too young. We didn't date long
Most
enough.
definitely.
But really, we were both like unhealed people. I mean, I'll shift the blame onto her.
You was married to a woman?
Yeah, I was married. You try to fuck. Yeah, you heard my bit. You heard me talk about. Yeah,
I'm catching on to this shit. No, but that's crazy, man.
Yeah, and it wasn't even legal to marry anything but a woman if you were a man
Yeah,
back when I got married. Dude, that's
Damn.
funny. No, so yeah, I got married in 2006, and we were married for 16 years.
Wow.
We split up 3 years ago. But yeah, man, we didn't have kids, thankfully. But yeah, she just, she had some stuff she had to deal with that she wasn't able to deal with while she was in a relationship with me, because I enabled the bad behavior. I'd be like, stop drinking, and then I'd bring her home a handle of vodka or something.
Yeah.
It's like, because she's easier to deal with when she's drunk, but then she gets mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, it's one of those.
It's complex, man.
It's so complex when you want them to cut out that negative behavior, but then you also enable it.
And you also fucking doze off of it.
Yeah, I'm a stoner. She was a drinker, and that's basically. And then her doctor put her on Adderall towards the end, and you can't do that. You can't drink and do Adderall and have Xanax and everything. And I'm sharing all her business, but I'm not telling her name. So,
but when you're with a person that long, like no matter what, like you're gonna love them. Like,
and I still do. I still have love for her. I don't. Me and her don't really talk. We'll occasionally shoot texts.
Same for my baby mama. Like I don't talk to her. But
It's hard.
I
man.
hope she's happy. I hope she's like doing
same. I
everything
mean,
she's
my ex is supposed to get remarried soon to a new guy. So he'll take that problem off my hands for good.
Yeah.
But it's already off my hands. I don't have to worry
you'll
about
have your own problems in the future too, man.
Yeah, no, I'm always looking for wife number 2.
Yeah,
and maybe wife number 2 I haven't met yet, or maybe I already have and we just haven't formed. Because I'm a single guy right now.
Yeah,
I'm going on dates. I'm trying to get it in when
I can. It's a bachelor.
I'm a bachelor. I'm a confirmed bachelor, dude. Dude.
He's living life like Roy.
For now, Roy needs to settle down. That's my opinion.
Crazy Roy.
So have you gotten outside of going to like Phoenix? And I'm loose. I'm glad I took another shot.
Yeah.
So the last half of the podcast will be fucking loose as fuck.
We're vibing on this.
So I'm gonna pour a little vodka in here. You want anything?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I do it the same shit, man. Like a little bit of alcohol makes me comfortable.
Yeah, same.
Like they gifted me a bottle of tequila before I went on the other night.
Do you got a drink?
Oh yeah, let's mix it in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
But they gave me some tequila, and I don't drink clear liquor.
Say when.
Right, that's good.
Okay, you don't drink clear liquor?
No, because
what do you drink?
I'll end up like drunk at some girl's house I don't even know.
Really?
Like throwing up on her.
See, I just drink clear liquor.
Nah, mostly. I drink Hennessy.
Hennessy, okay.
Brown.
Next time I'm at the bar, I need to say, give me a shot of Hennessy.
Just tell them you want a mixed drink of Hennessy and Sprite. And then
Hennessy and Sprite, really?
So delicious.
I need Sprite Zero because I can't do that much sugar, dude.
Yeah. Sprite Zero. Either way, it's just you need that lemon lime with the. I love Sprite.
Is Hennessy good straight?
Yeah, it's good. If you're gonna drink it straight, get the Hennessy XO. It's like a higher form. Like if you like Hennessy on the rocks, you drink Hennessy XO.
Oh.
If you like Hennessy mixed with your whatever, you drink the regular.
Okay. Well, when I go to O-Bar tonight, I might see if they have some Hennessy.
They're gonna be charging up the $1 for it. But
sure. Yeah. What are you talking, like $10 or something? $12?
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. I grew up in Lubbock, and I used to drink. Like I used to go out, and you could get like, you call it, whatever whiskey for like $2.
Yeah.
A double's $4.
Yeah.
And it's like, it ain't that way anymore. I go out, I bought like a fancy, what do you call it? An old fashioned for me and this chick I was with, $15 each.
Dude, I'm telling you, I almost paid $20 for a shot of Malibu, like
God,
a double shot of Malibu.
Oh, still, that's ridiculous.
But yeah, like $20. Like I was like, what the hell? This is crazy.
I know, right?
They already poured it. It was too late to back out. I was
God damn it. Shit, dude, it's too expensive to be a drunk. That's why I'm a stoner, man.
Yeah, I love
weed. Weed is so cheap.
My drug of choice is weed.
Yeah. So do you fuck with like mushrooms or acid or any of that?
Yeah,
stuff?
I like the mushrooms.
Okay.
The acid,
nice.
I've had a lot of acid trips in my life.
I've only had one.
I've had a few of them, and some of them were a little bit too much.
Really?
Yeah, like I went into like a whole different world.
Do you ever smoke DMT, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, really? See, I've done that once too, and I
I've
want to
done
do it
DMT.
again.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times actually.
Really?
My dad actually is the one that put me on the DMT.
Holy shit!
My dad was really familiar with DMT.
Is that a really good dad or really bad dad, or just a okay dad?
He's a clean dad now. That is
Okay.
He's active inside of the AA and NA stuff and all that stuff.
Oh
like
shit!
inside
I
of
might
the
have met him then.
Yeah, shout out to Bo. Like, nah, look at it. But yeah, my dad's very active in the AA and he's sober nowadays. But
That's cool.
Back then, he was like one of those dads that is like, if y'all gonna get fucked up, you get fucked up with me.
Wow.
And here we're gonna get fucked up and make sure you're safe. So yeah,
That's well. I mean, at least he's saying if you get fucked up with me.
he whipped my ass like 100 times before that. So I had to
Yeah.
earn that 100 ass whooping to get to where he was like, all right, if you're gonna do this, we're gonna do it the right way.
Wow, that's crazy. So how old were you when your parents split up, or were they ever together when you were a kid?
My parents were together like the first 11 years of my life was like a normal like family, minus the domestic shit. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Because I grew up in like a domestic household where my mom and dad were always fighting toward the end of it. But like the first,
Like physical or
physically, emotionally, and
emotionals. That's common.
and both of them, no, physically is like, physically. They both had my mom was a bartender and my dad was a drunk. He liked to drink. So
so that's a match made in hell.
yeah. And it got really fucking hectic to where like eventually like toward when they split up, that is when like I got involved into the system for a little bit because like they were so going through it and my family was broken at that point. So I ended up in the system with my little brother for a little while.
Were you in foster care, children's home?
I was in children's homes. I was in Sammy Ball Children's Home in Jayton, Texas.
Shit.
Shout out to Jayton. I love the community there. Great
You want to
people.
hear some shit, Jack?
Yeah.
I was a house parent at children's homes for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know how them kids are then.
Yeah, I know exactly how them kids are.
Yeah.
So whenever I was a kid, whenever I was 15, my parents became house parents at the children's home in Lubbock, out towards Idalou. So I was there I lived there for 2 years as a house parent kid.
Yeah.
But so I was just a live there. But then whenever I was in college, I worked at Texas Boys Ranch for a little while.
Shout out to the Boys Ranch.
Yeah. And then me and my ex-wife, we worked at Cal Farley's Boys Ranch in Amarillo and High Plains Children's Home in Amarillo. Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, man.
All my group, RT Dub, that's how they formed, was from the Boys Ranch in Amarillo.
That's insane.
They all met each other in Boys Ranch, and we're all systematic kids.
I bet you I probably worked with some of those kids.
I guarantee you, you'd be surprised.
I probably remember it because I was there from 2009 to 2010.
Yeah, man. RT Dub, if y'all watching this, y'all got to tap into that moment.
Yeah. Mr. Hyman.
Mr. Hyman.
Yeah, dude. This kid, so my ex-wife, I won't say her name, but it rhymes with fedora. And this kid, what was his name? He thought her name was Fedora, and he was like, because at the Cal Farley's, the kids had to call us Mr. and Mrs. Hyman.
Yeah,
they didn't call us by Morgan.
That's how it was in the children. Yeah.
At the other children's homes I work at, I was just Morgan. I was, they just call me by my first name because I'm like, don't call me Dad.
You weren't like a head house. Parent.
I was a relief house parent.
Yeah.
But still, they. But that's crazy. So you were in Jayton, huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Vaughn, wherever y'all are at, and Mr. and Mrs. Johnson.
Damn, dude.
Those are my house parents at that moment.
What were Mr. and Mrs. Johnson's first names? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Was it Stephen Cash?
They were older. They were older.
Yeah.
I think
there's a lot of Johnsons I worked with.
I think Mr. Johnson is dead now.
Yeah.
So,
he's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Man, it's crazy. The kids that grow up in those children's homes, they have so many different people that have been their parents. It's kind of fucked up, honestly.
It humbled the fuck out of me.
Did it really?
I thought my life was like so hard. Like going into there, I was like thinking me and my brother have the hardest life out of all these kids. We should be home already. But nah, man, there was kids in there that really made me realize that like I'm blessed.
Yeah,
I'm blessed because there's kids in there that are damaged to the fullest.
Yeah, and did you? I mean, not to get too depressing or anything.
Nah.
Did you see any abuse that happened at the children's home, like kid on kid, or parent or house parent on kid?
As far as the house parents were trained, they were trained to like for like a certain type of restraint that they knew.
Yeah.
There was a time where I got into a conflict with a kid over like us like talking crap on a football game or whatever. And I beat him up, right?
Yeah.
And bro went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife and tried running at us. But those house parents knew exactly what to do. They like they were trained, like they make them take classes for that.
Yep. But I took those classes.
Those classes, But they were far from abusive. If anything, they were dealing with like a bunch of like a bunch of emotions, man.
That
They
is
did
one
great.
thing that's good about the children's homes versus foster homes.
The foster homes you might not know. Yeah.
Foster homes,
Because I was in foster homes too, so I know
man.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are a little wilder, but
Oh my God.
so there was this. Here's a funny story.
Crazy.
So I got two funny stories. So when I was at Texas Boys Ranch, when I was in college, there was this kid who the two kids were talking, and they were talking to one of the relief house parents. This guy Kevin. And Kevin was about to get married, and this kid Kalen was asking this dude Kevin that was about to get married. He's like, "So when you get married, are you and your wife gonna have kids soon?" And Kevin's like, "No, I'm not gonna have kids soon." And Kaylin's like, "I'm gonna have kids as soon as I get married." And this other kid's like, "Yeah, and if you do, they're gonna end up in a children's home."
Oh damn.
So that was funny as fuck.
That is funny.
But when I was working at Cal Farley's, there was this kid, Jacoby, a little skinny little black kid, and he got into it with this kid Colin, and Colin was like a white boy, like kind of, and he played football and shit. He wasn't an intimidating kid,
he was beefy,
but he was
yeah.
like 15 or 16, and Jacoby was like 13.
Yeah.
And Jacoby was like from the ghetto in Dallas and shit, and he was like. I don't even remember what they were arguing about. He's like, "I'll kill you, you cracker," or whatever. I don't know. He's like a Dave Chappelle character. And I just wrapped my arms around Jacoby's waist, and he's like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
And I didn't even really have to do a real restraint on him.
Yeah,
and he
bro.
calmed down, and I let him go. But those kids are wild,
Yeah,
man.
bro. And there was also like a kid that like I remember one time he was one of the kids that had the most issues too. Because he was like sexually abused throughout his life.
Yeah.
But
That'll
somebody
fuck a kid
said
up.
something about one of his something that snapped him into it
Yeah.
during school because we went to public schools in Jayton. Like we
Yeah.
got on the bus with all the kids at the
Oh,
public
yeah.
school, and some kid said something to him, bro, and he snapped. It was a girl. And he snapped out, blacked out, and started like beating her head on the concrete to where she was in the hospital for a long time.
That's fucked up.
And they sent him to a psychiatric. Who knows where he's at now?
Yeah,
but-
sometimes that's got to happen. Yeah, they do. Did you go into an assessment center when you went?
As far as like they had to assess us is like
Yeah, if this kid's dangerous or not.
Richard Gatlin here in Lubbock, he still probably works for.
Shit.
Yeah, I think he still works for CPS and stuff.
Did you ever go to see like Beth Robinson for counseling or anything like that?
I think Richard Gatlin was the
Okay.
Gatlin was
He
my
was
main
he
one.
was a CPS guy.
Yeah, he was the one that did it through CPS, and that's
Yeah.
who we ended up being
Okay.
through all that way.
Man, it's crazy the system that is in place for that kind of stuff, and it's very
Yeah.
broken.
Very broken and corrupted.
Yeah. It's. I mean, and there's. I mean, I don't know how to fix it. That's why I got out of it.
Yeah,
Because it's like I can't do
It's like,
anything.
they take advantage of the broken homes sometimes. Sometimes they fix them.
Yeah.
But really, in that you got to fix them yourself, and sometimes that's not good enough.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, so with the children's home you were at in Jayton, what was it called?
Sammy Baugh. It was named after a quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts
Oh wow,
from the
Interesting.
60s or 50s.
Interesting. So that's the same as Cal Farley. Cal Farley was an Olympic wrestler,
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
he started that place in
Yeah.
1939.
Yeah, that's
all the
amazing.
boys that got abandoned by their families during the Great Depression.
That's
he was started
beautiful.
taking. It is, man. It is. But
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know, they become bureaucracies a lot of
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
and money making. I mean, nobody's making a lot of money, you know, in that, but
They weren't making enough because
It's hard.
They shut Sammy Baugh down.
Oh, man.
it shut down, and that's
That
one of my
sucks.
goals. Of like when I do make it,
Yeah.
I want to reestablish Sammy Baugh's and like make
yeah,
it what
dude.
it was because it was the only reason that me and my brother didn't get put in separate shelters.
Yeah.
we were two different age groups and we weren't supposed to be together.
but they put you together.
They told us like there's not a chance that we're gonna be able to keep these kids together. But
Yeah.
then Sammy Baugh's was the last option, and it was made for that.
Yeah.
So when we were in there was nothing but siblings.
Nice, dude.
There was all kids with siblings. in
Is your
there.
brother older or younger?
He's younger.
Are y'all still close?
Yeah, shout out to my little brother.
Cool. What does he do?
He raises his daughter.
Nice.
Takes care of his business. He's
Just a normal
entrepreneur.
family man.
He's
Oh,
trying,
nice.
he's trying to like do his own business stuff and take care of his own. Trying to be a boss, and he's like my little big brother because he's the responsible one. He's all good
Yeah.
at that shit, and I'm like the rock star and shit.
Yeah.
But my little brother's great, and he's great.
Yeah. So my little brother, he's 3 years younger. He just lives down the street. He's married. He has a kid.
Got everything figured out. And,
Yeah,
it's like, damn.
well, I don't know if he's got everything,
Not everything figured out, but it looks like it from the outside.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's more of an introvert than me. Like he doesn't go out and do crazy shit.
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
all that stuff before he got married, like when he was living in Phoenix and stuff. But
Type stuff.
and I don't even think he went that crazy. But
Yeah.
man, That's crazy that you're in a children's home and I worked at them. That's nuts.
That's something that we relate on, kind of.
Yeah, it's. You want to hear some funny shit?
Yeah.
So there was a kid that I took care of at Texas Boys Ranch that was in one of my classes at Atkins.
That's not coincidental.
That's not coincidence at all. So shout out Craig if he's watching this.
Yeah,
I can't remember what Craig's last name is. I shouldn't even say if I remembered.
I don't know, but hopefully Craig's doing good.
Yeah, him and his brother. I can't remember his little brother's name.
Because look, there's statistics behind it, and they say that like a high percentage of those kids that like me that were in the system at an age like that end up in prison.
Yeah. I don't know I never saw the statistics, but within 2 years of going out of care, they're functionally homeless.
Yeah, or drug addicts.
It's not because the fucked up thing about it is that they will like, oh, this 12-year-old that was abused and neglected by their parents, they need to be on Ritalin, they need to be on Adderall,
that's what they try to do to me.
Be on everything. Yeah. And then if they stay in the system until they're 18 and then they graduate, guess what happens? They don't have access.
We're cutting the funds. Yeah.
They don't have access to the Medicaid anymore.
You're not state property no more, so now you're on your own.
Exactly.
That's when you become state property through the prisons.
It's fucked, dude. It's like a what do you call it? Like a gateway from children's home to prison, and it's more common for the boys that end up in prison, and the girls end up doing sex work.
Most definitely sex, yes, and that is the truth because all the girls I was in there with, that's what they ended up being. Most of them became. One of them became a successful Reba, wherever Reba's at. I forgot what her last name was. I was
McIntyre.
No, Reba Davis. Wherever Reba Davis is, I know she's a good, because I think she became a house parent for children's homes.
That's a lot. I see that a lot.
She was the one that gave me books because I was reading books like that high school kids were reading.
Oh shit! What were you reading? I
remember there was a book called Crank. That it was a book that I wasn't allowed to have because I was too young. I was 13, 14. But it was about drug addiction and meth addiction and shit.
Yeah,
shit that affected my life too. Mm-hmm. And she would sneak those books to me and let me read them and give them back to her because I wasn't able to get them.
Yeah, there was a kid I worked with at Texas Boys Ranch named Dalton. He was 16 or 17. He was an atheist and at a Christian children's home because every children's home in Texas is a
we had to go to church.
Exactly. Yeah. So I wasn't anti-religious at that point, but I wasn't super religious. So Dalton was sitting there. I saw him reading a copy of George Carlin's book, Will Jesus Bring the Pork Chops or something. Yeah. And he was telling me about this stuff. And I'm like, that's really funny. Don't show the other house parents you have.
They're not going to approve of that. That's
exactly.
What's it called? Blasphemy.
Contraband.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
Yeah, but it was a hard job, man. Anybody that can do that job and do it well, hats off to them. I did it for about 3 years. My ex-wife ended up getting us fired. My ex-wife had such a drinking problem, she got us fired from the second children's home.
That's crazy.
I mean, hey, that's what happens when you have problems of your own and you're trying to deal with kids with problems. You drink a little bit. So
that's why I say shout out to my house parents because they did a very good job of keeping me comfortable in a time where I was very scared. I was scared and vulnerable.
Damn, dude. How old were you when you were in there?
I went into there in 7th or 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade year actually maybe.
Yeah.
No, it was actually before that. 7th grade year. Yeah, 7th grade year.
That's a very volatile time in a kid's life because they're trying to. They're not high school. They're not elementary. They're kind of that in between.
Identify themselves and who they are.
Yeah. It's hard, man.
And I was just trying to fit in. I just wanted to be accepted at that time. I think. And I wanted my little brother to be okay because we were so close. Our parents kept us so close that it was when I didn't have my parents around, we had house parents, but it was I was his parent in there.
Really?
He had problems. He cried to somebody. He needed something. He didn't go to them because he felt like they weren't helping him.
Sure.
But I was wanting to make sure he was okay the whole time. Mm-hmm. And that stressed me out and gave me a lot of peer pressure or a lot of pressure when I left the children's home. So I was like, damn, man, I spent that whole time making sure that he was okay. And didn't ask myself if I was okay. You know
right.
So, yeah.
Have you dealt with that? Do you do any kind of have you done counseling? I mean, I know we talked about psychedelics and stuff, but
that's a different type. But music, man, when I get, there's a lot of songs that I got. I want to say it happens every once in a while in a blue moon, but I'll spiritually know that it was my trauma speaking in the music. Yeah. So if I didn't have music right now, who knows? I would probably be dead or in prison because that is my therapy.
Yeah, I mean, there's one track I remember you talking specifically about having friends that are in prison now. What? Yeah. I mean, I'm not asking any like, hey, do you do crimes, bro?
Nah, yeah.
But like, are you trying to stay out of trouble for the most part because you have friends that are in prison?
Yeah, I got away from the streets and all that stuff because I seen the bigger picture. I seen what it was gonna cause. Free Uno, free Dex. Those are my close friends, like friends that were like brothers to me. I was with every day that I won't get to see for a long time.
Shit.
I won't get to see until I'm in my 50s, 40s, 50s.
Damn. Drug shit or
drug shit, violent shit. Yeah, I think both of them are in there for weapon charges and aggravateds and shit.
But I mean, that's part of. We're gonna finish this off. That's just part of kind of growing up in
that
environment because you know you want to protect yourself and being strapped. You know, it's kind of like I've never even owned a firearm of my own just because like illegally or legally because I've never felt unsafe.
Yeah,
but feeling unsafe
is
it's hard, man.
I used to always say I'd rather get caught with it than without it because I was living a lifestyle that was like, bro, if I didn't have that gun on me, bro, that was very well I could be dead.
Hey, to our homies in prison or dead, man.
Free jug, free Dex.
So we're gonna wrap it up because we're almost at an hour here. So this is a Breaking Hyman podcast. So you know what that means, right? Breaking Hyman. Do you know what the term the medical the female body part that's a hymen? No, it's okay. You learn something new every day. So you listen to Nirvana at all?
Yeah.
So you know that song? It's the lead single from their last studio album. Hey, wait, I got it. God damn it!
I got it.
Heart-shaped box. Heart-shaped box. Yeah, you know this shit.
Yeah.
So broken hymen for your highness. Hymen is a membrane that is inside their vagina that breaks when a woman bleeds the first time she has sex. That's what it is. So the joke of the podcast is popping the cherry, breaking the hymen. Literally the same thing.
That's funny.
But for girls, breaking their hymen's losing their virginity. But I ask all my guests, how'd you break your hymen? How'd you lose your virginity? If that's a story you care to share. Who was it with? How old were you?
I was babysitting, or because I had.
Oh shit, dude! You fucking molested a kid.
Nah, that sounds bad to start like that. No, look, I had this cousin that was like a very fucking. She was wild. She liked to do drugs and party and shit, and she had this baby and shit. And like she wanted to go out to it was one of the rock fests for FMX back in the day.
Oh yeah.
This is back in the 2006, 2000.
Oh damn.
Way back in the day. But like, she was like, she wanted to go so bad, she had tickets, but she didn't have a babysitter. And I was like, no, I'm not babysitting, bro. I got this girl that I'm supposed to link up with tonight.
Oh, okay.
She was like, well, like, look, you babysit, the girl can come and stay with you. I'm like, oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I'll babysit for sure. And yeah, that was where it happened. We were both, I want to say 12, 13.
Damn, you're young.
I was young. I was in Smiley Wilson. It was my first year of Smiley Wilson, so 6th grade Smiley Wilson.
Shit.
And we were both virgins, so like it lasted for like 2.5 seconds.
Hey, that's okay.
We were both in love. And we both cried. You
cried afterwards?
Not afterwards, but after she left out of my life, I was so sad.
You were emotional over it.
Because,
yeah. Dude, that's such. You want to hear some crazy shit? I was 23 when I lost my virginity.
Whoa, no,
I know.
That's normal, I think. Right?
Being homeschooled. So I was homeschooled for junior high and high school. So when I was living at the children's home, when my parents were house parents, we were homeschooled. So. Yeah, so and being homeschooled and going to a Christian, I went to Lubbock Christian University, so I lived with my parents. So yeah, I would have loved to have fucked way younger.
I was cracking girls in the children's home when I was at public school. Damn. I was cracking them in like girls that were going to public school with me. Like shout out to y'all. I'll be kissing with y'all on the buses. Then we'll find a place to get it and we'll do it.
Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully you don't have any kids from that.
No. Now that I think about it, I would kill one of you dudes if y'all were with my daughter at that age. So like, let me find out.
No kidding, man.
I'll kill you.
That's hilarious, dude. So you were 13, and it was a girl that you while you were babysitting, came over.
And that
so
was
did you
right
put the
before
kid to sleep?
We put she was actually really good with the kids. So like,
oh yeah, of course, girls are always
I felt comfortable like finishing everything out the way I finished it because like if I ended up with a kid, she was gonna be able to take care of it.
Yeah. So where did you finish? Inside, on her face,
I didn't
on
know.
her
I
chest?
didn't know anywhere else, dude. It was just like I'm already here. Like,
Did you use a condom?
No, I don't think we. I don't think so. I don't
You're
think-
lucky, man.
Yeah, very. I don't think I got a good sperm count. It took me like 2 years straight with the same person
Really?
before like it even popped up.
Well, Jack, I will make a suggestion to you, and you can follow this or not. Are you trying to have any more kids, or are you done?
I want to have a son.
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to say have a vasectomy. Get a vasectomy. You can nut inside. It's so much better. It's so. I ain't trying. I had a vasectomy 6 years ago, and it is. Dude, I don't have to worry about condoms. Statistically speaking, if I get an STD, it's curable.
Yeah,
I just take some antibiotics.
Been there, done that. Like,
No, really? I haven't.
bro, I'm from Lubbock. I'm from Lubbock, bro. Like you get used
You've
to it.
had a radar rash?
You get used to it. Yeah, you get used to it.
Really?
It happens. Everybody's alive. They say it ain't happening.
See, I didn't even get an STD from that trans girl that I fucked, dude.
God damn, they usually trans are very good with keeping
Trans are good.
taking care of
good.
themselves.
That's good. Yeah. Shout out to the
community.
Trans community.
LGBT, I love y'all. Y'all love me. Jackie, what's up?
I mean, I don't think I want to fuck a trans girl again. I like real natural vagina.
Yeah, me too, man. But being experimental is like open minded, and I like open minded parents. And you know what I mean? Like open minded people are great. So
yeah. All right. So this is the Breaking Hyman podcast. Listen to Jack on the Yak. His music. I am me.
Indigo Jackie on Instagram.
Thank you so much for coming on, dude. This was so much fun, dude.
This is a great one.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. I love you
Hey,
too, man.
check it out. Bye.